Hi guys, and welcome back to another vlog at Lena's Family Adventures. Now today I'm going to be doing a beef stew for tea, and I'm not going to do anything else with it. I was going to do Yorkshire puddings, but then I thought, do you know, bread and butter will be better. Bread and butter will be better. Say that 10 times faster. So what I'm going to do is I've got all the vegetables prepared. I've done it already. I just got to chop them up. So they're all peeled and ready to go. And I've got my beef and I've got my stock cubes and what have you. So it's just a case of chopping everything up and whacking it all in the pressure cooker. I like to use the pressure cooker. The kids aren't here, they're at school, hence no noise. It's amazing, isn't it? So before, well, when I've picked them up and we get back home, then I can press start on the pressure cooker and it will be ready within half an hour. That's how fast it is, which is what I like. We like a nice quick meal, and it's a nice hot meal. And today at school, it's Christmas dinner day. So there you go. They're having 2 hot meals now. So I'm going to, so you can see. Rightio. Here we have my potatoes. Right. I'm not going to do them just yet though. First thing I'm going to do is the good old onion. And I haven't got any white ones, so I've gone for the red ones here. So we're going to give it a nice chopping. So we'll give this a good chop up. There we go. I'm not too fussed about it being chunky or anything. Well, I'm just not really. We don't mind. We don't mind a chunky stew. Right, so they're going straight into the pressure cooker, and that's the sort of size that I like. So we'll whack that in there. Here we go. Here we go. We'll do this side. Always be careful not to cut yourself on these sharp knives. Although the worst knife to cut yourself on is a blunt knife, because you have to use more pressure to make the cut in the first place. Right, we don't need that bit. That can go. Rightio. Beautiful. So in go these lovely red onions. Right. Okay, so next thing I'm going to be doing is the humble carrots. So let's chop their ends off because we don't need them. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to cut them like this. Just because it's easier and it's chunky. There we go. Chunky. La-dee-dee. Normally I have music or something on in the background, but I've paused it for now. But I was listening to AC/DC because I like AC/DC. So I've paused that. I don't think you want to listen to rock and roll, do you, while I'm preparing veg? And you probably can't anyway because of copyright. So here we go. They're going in. Oh, yep, come on now. Let's have you. Right, I've got another carrot. So let's give these carrots I got from Lidl. I had nipped out to Lidl and I thought, right, I know what I'm going to do for tea, so I'm going to go out and grab it all. These carrots were 74 pence from Lidl, which is always nice. At the end of the day, you don't want to pay so much for, you know, fruit and veg and things like that anyway. So I'm happy to have all of these, that's for sure. The potatoes I already had, so I didn't have to buy any. The leeks, I believe they were, I think they might have been like £1.80 or something like that. And the parsnips were about 74 pence. But for veg, you want it as cheap as possible, don't you? Cheaper the better for me anyway, as a single parent and, you know, feeding my family and whatnot. You want it as cheap as possible. Right, I've got one parsnip. So I'm going to cut that exactly the same way as I did the carrots. Obviously, these are a bit more chunkier, so I might have to just chop them like this. And I've only used one parsnip today because it's going to be packed full of veg anyway. There we are, look, straight in, bish bosh, no messing about. An easy, quick setup. There we are. Fantastic. Right, let's do this one. This one I'll just do the same way as I did the carrot. Always mind your fingers, guys, when you're chopping away. Normally I use like the claw grip, but I'm just going for it just because, well, just because I can, really. I'm waffling, really, aren't I? I am waffling away. Right, now I've got one leek, and it's a small, thin leek, but I'm going to use that. The kids aren't particularly hot on leeks, but, you know, they do their best, to be fair. So all I'm going to do is just keep it like that and just chop it. They eat a very wide range of fruit and veg, my kids anyway, so I'm not concerned. You know, they are quite healthy kids. They are well fed. And that's not a dig at all in any way. But, yeah, they do eat a lot of fruit and veg. There are some kids, you know, that parents struggle because kids just generally don't like certain foods. There was a lot I didn't like when I was a kid. I didn't like cauliflower. I wasn't keen on peas. I hated swede. I can't stand Brussels sprouts, and I still can't stand Brussels sprouts today. That's not changed at all. But I eat everything else because, you know, sometimes your tastes change as you get older. So, and mine certainly did. So don't be worried that if they don't like anything now, it doesn't mean they're always going to hate it. Just keep persevering. Right, we've got potatoes. Now, I'm using these nice chunky ones. These are actually baking potatoes, but never mind. They're going in. In it goes. I've got 3. I may or may not use 3. I'm not sure. It depends. Because I've got the meat to go yet. And that's a family pack. And that was £7.49. £7.49. But it was cheaper getting the big one than it was getting 2 smaller ones, which were £4 odd. So it would have cost me more to get 2 little ones. You know, so hey ho. Right, let's get them in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Right, that's Perlock climbing the tree again. Honestly. What is she like? Cats and trees, eh? Cats and Christmas trees. Right, do you know, I might add this one, yeah. I will, actually. I will. You know, with all this mixture of veg, it smells lovely already. I'm looking forward to this tea. I like a good stew. I do. I like a good roast dinner as well. Right then. Right, so this is what it looks like with all the veggies in there. There's no meat in there yet. It's just all veg. So we're going to do the meat now. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take some of it as the odd carrot. I'm going to take it out of here and look at the meat, because some of them are going to be small sizes, you know, as it shows, like, you know, that's a reasonable size. But then you get some pieces, mind you, I'm probably not going to find anything now, that's a little bit chunkier. Now that's fine. It just means that it might take longer to cook. But, you know, with half an hour, and it does have like that little fatty bit there. Can you see that? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It might have a bit of a chew, but other than that, it's quite lean meat. It's very soft. Look, I mean, that is soft meat. But anyway, I'll check it as I'm putting it in, to be honest. I think that's what I might do. There we go, look. Get my hands in there. See, there is some nice chunky pieces, but again, I'm not concerned. If it was overly massive, I would cut it, but it's okay. Yeah, that's all right so far. See, meals like this, whatever's left over, you can either blitz it up and have it as soup the next day, or put it in the freezer. You know, you don't have to use it all, or, you know, don't throw it away. Bloody hell, don't do that. Not this sort of food. This is good comfort food, this. Nice winter warming foods. Look at that. Oh, it's so chunky. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get it all in. This is going to be one nice, lovely meal. Right, let's get it all in there. Oh, one little piece left. Thank you. Right, there we have that. So I'm just going to wash my hands. I'll give it a stir, season it up, and then get the lid on. And really, that's going to be it. And that's the preparation done. That's how easy it is. Right, there we go. Because we like it easy. Yes, we bloomin' do. Right, so to go with that, I've got some stock cubes. These were from Lidl as well. And I think there was 65 pence for 12, which again is quite good. I'm going to use 2. The only things that are in it for people with allergies, as you can see in bold, is celery. Other than that, there's nothing else in there. And that would probably be with like chicken cubes as well. And I'm guessing vegetable stock cubes as well. So what I like to do with these ones, because these are quite pasty, I just like to break them up and just chuck them straight in. Literally, just like that. And when I come to season it with like salt, I don't add a lot of salt because these will have salt in it anyway. So again, it's, you know, there we go. So that's for me rubbish. I'll get that in there. Right, I just need to grab some water and get some water in it. And then we are almost there. So, tickety-boo. Let's put you there so you can see that. We'll give it a nice stir. There we go. Get a spoon I washed earlier. Let's stir that up, look. Whoa. Now, again, even with water, I'm not going to add a great deal because all the veggies that are in here and the meat, they're going to release liquid anyway. So you don't really need to add a hell of a lot of water. But I will add as much as it needs, or as I think it needs. Right, so let's pop some in there like so. And then I'll see where that water comes up to. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Don't know if you can see the water level just there, look. And then here you've got the indicators. So that says half, that's 2/3. And then PC max is literally the maximum of where you can fill it. This isn't even 2/3. I will just add a little bit more water and then I'll season it. And that really is it. There is nothing else to do now apart from let this cook when you're ready. So let me just grab some salt. And I've got my pink Himalayan salt up here because I quite like this one. So this is the fine salt. You can get the rock salt one. I've run out, you see, so that's why I'm using this. This is what my mum gave me because she had some spare and I just didn't have any left. I need some salt, Mum. Right, so literally that's it. You put the lid on and when you're ready to cook it, then cook it. Or you can slow cook it. It's entirely up to you. But that is literally that. So when I come back later on after picking the kids up, I'm going to turn it on and it will be cooking for half an hour. I'll thicken it with either gravy granules or corn flour. I'm not sure which one to do yet. But that's it. That's all there is to show you at the moment. So come back later and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all cooked. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. Hello guys and welcome back. Now it's finished. The beef stew is done. So I need to get the lid off now. It's just sorted itself out. So I've let the steam out, etc. So now I need to get this lid off, give it a good old stir and then thicken it up. Now when I let the steam out, it went all up the wall with gravy and everything. So I've had to just climb on the surface and wipe it all down. Sometimes this happens with pressure cookers, to be fair. But anyway, it's sorted now. I've cleaned it all. So I'm going to take this lid off now. There we go. Lovely. So let's give it a stir. Right, this is what we've got. Okay, so let me just stir this. There's kids. Hello. And then you can see what it looks like. Look at that. All that meat. Look at that lovely meat. And that is so soft. Like, it just breaks apart. That's what you want. Right. I'm going to thicken it a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use gravy granules. So I've got some of Dalton's, you can't see, free from. So we're going to just chuck them in. Literally, this is just how I thicken things, you know. You can use corn flour, you can use arrowroot, psyllium husk, things like that to thicken it with. But I'm going with this. So, and being a stew, it doesn't take long to thicken because it's got potatoes in it, and potatoes are naturally thicken anyway. So I'm not actually too concerned, but we don't like it thin and runny. We like nice, thick gravy in stews. And as you can see, that's thicker already. Look at that. Beautiful. So all I'm going to do now is serve this up and we're going to have it with bread and butter. So, yes. Oh, way up. I've just took you off there now. That was silly, wasn't it? So let me just do some bread and butter for the kids. Okay. We want 2 plates. And we're going to use the big plates. Okay. So I'm going to pop you down here. I know the angle isn't the best, but it's just not the best at all, is it? So, and we've got 2 bowls. If I pop you there, is that better? Yeah. Come on. Well, it's better, but it's not great. I'm just messing about with the tripods. Yeah. It won't fall in the pot, don't worry, son. It will, won't it? But I wouldn't worry, son. Mummy's sorting it. Right, so we have got Dalton's bread. Sorry, there's a hair on there. We've got Dalton's bread here. So I'm going to do him 2 slices. See, for this small loaf, gluten-free, milk-free, this cost £2.50, which is ridiculous, isn't it, to be fair? What I need to do is make his bread myself. I'm sure I've said that in a past vlog, to be honest. What? Let me just grab some butter. Oh, sorry, Perlock. I didn't know she was there. I just turned and I ended up kicking her. Poor little Perlock. Right, let me just grab a fork. A knife even, that might help. Right. Okay. Logan, do you want to sit at the table, buddy? Oh, okay. Well, I'll move it in a sec then, yeah? Got to have some bread and butter. There we go. Okay then, son. See, if I do Dalton's first. There we go, look. And then we'll stick a bowl on his. And now I need some bread for Logan. And we just have the normal half and half. He actually does like wholemeal bread. He's eaten it before. He does actually quite like it. And, oh, okay. Well, just pop it on the chair. And he likes seeded loaf as well, whereas Dalton doesn't. So it's funny, isn't it, really, how you have 2 kids that are just the polar opposite in like their tastes and things like that. Logan loves mushrooms. Me and Dalton don't like them at all. But yeah, it's bizarre, really. Right, and then we're going to serve this up, and then the kids are going to sit and have their food because they're hungry, and I don't blame them. It has been a long day for them, being at school. Right, there we go, look. I like to use, when I'm doing stews or soups, things like that, I like to use a bowl on a plate because otherwise the bowl gets really hot, and I would rather do it that way than them get burnt. So now I want my lovely ladle. I love these. I'm sure I've actually mentioned about these before and where I got them from. I actually really like them. Right, so this is Dalton's. Dalton is quite a good eater. He likes all, or he likes anything. And there's quite a lot of stew here, so if he wants seconds, he can have seconds. I mean, look at that. How good is that little bit of stew there? I'm looking forward to eating it myself. Logan's very hit and miss when it comes to beef. It's just him. So we'll see how he gets on, won't we? I mean, that's his. The beef is quite chunky. But saying that though, if I can take a piece out without burning my fingers. Woo! Hoo, hoo, hoo. And I am burning my fingers. Ah! I need to just grab a little bit. Any bit. That bit will do. Ooh. I just want to show you how easy it is to break apart. I'll just blow it first, look. Watch. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's lovely as well. Nom. Oh, that's really tender. Very soft. Right, I'm going to give them both a fork and a spoon. Just because it's easier. So when all of the food is gone and it's just left with the gravy, then they can just slurp it up. So here we have the kids' tea. So let's get a nice view on all that, shall we? Hello. So there we go, look. A nice beef stew with some bread and butter. Doesn't look bad at all. I'm quite excited to try it myself. And then that's what we've got left, which is quite a lot. So yeah, I'll put you back up there. Okay, and I'm just going to take this to the kids and then I'll come back and have a quick chin wag with you. Are you ready, boys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right, it has just come out and it will be a bit hot. So, no, just take one bread apart. That's it. And then you can dip your bread and butter in, can't you? Look, Logan, you've got some here, look. Look, you dip, like dip, 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 dip. Bite, bite. Yum. There you go. Let's get you closer. Okay. Do you like it? Logan? Logan?
What?
Do you like it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Do you like it, Dalton? Oh, good. You like your camel? All right, then. Well, you haven't got a camel, but never mind. We'll just go with that, shall we? Right, so that is the kids' tea, and it's going to be my tea when I get round to eating it. So that was a quick and easy beef stew. It took about, I would say, 10 minutes or so to prepare it. And I did it for 35 minutes in the pressure cooker, set on high. And the meat is just falling apart because obviously the chunks are quite small, which you saw. If they were bigger chunks, I would have done them for a little bit longer because you don't want tough meat. So yeah, so that's all it now. So they're quite happy eating their food. So this is going to be probably quite a quick vlog, really. So I'll see you next time in another vlog. But I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did like it, please like. Please like it. You don't have to comment if you don't want to. Just hit the like button because it really helps this channel out. I do respond to comments. So if you do want to comment, that's absolutely fine. I respond to them all the time. If you're not subscribed, then please do subscribe. It is free. You don't have to pay. There's no hidden gimmicks or anything like that. It is all free. And yeah, I'll see you in the next vlog, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a good night and I will see you again soon. So bye-bye for now.